Hello and welcome to today's video. Let's talk about gut health. Now, gut health is a hot topic in the last few years, but did you know gut health was always a top priority for ancient traditions for thousands of years? Because our gut is not just a simple organ that helps us digest food, it's really an entire universe or an entire ecosystem filled with 100 trillion microbes. And these microbes can include about 500 different species of bacteria and other microorganisms. Why this is important is that these microbes play a very big role in regulating hormones, getting rid of toxins, digesting vitamins, and so much more. What's even better is that recent scientific research has revealed that our gut has a direct communication with our brain through something called as the gut-brain axis. This means the health of our gut can actually affect the health of our brain and how do we behave. To me, when I heard that a few years ago, I was fascinated, and I hope you are too. But the reality is, in today's world, most people have poor gut health, which, as you might expect, will take them through health challenges. But don't worry, in this video, we're going to explore some of the reasons why people have poor gut health. And like always, I'm here to do my job to provide you the best optimization solutions for gut health and looking at it from a very biohacking way to actually reverse the damage and get you a bulletproof gut. Are you ready? Let's dive right into it. So let's look at some of the things which are important. First thing, any conversations around gut health cannot be solved before we talk about gluten. We often think gluten equals bread. But gluten is a protein and it's found in things like wheat, rye, and other grains, and it can have a negative impact on our health. The other cousin of gluten that no one talks about is Gilladin, and Gilladin is another protein which is found in gluten-rich foods. What Gilladin can do is increase our inflammation and actually poke holes in our gut. There's a term for it. It's called the leaky gut syndrome. And when our gut has holes, this can cause crazy immune activation because all what it is doing is making holes for toxins and harmful compounds to actually enter through the gut into our bloodstream, even end up in our brain. So you see, this is a very big problem which can actually impact our sleep, our energy, our mood, so many things. This is why I am so particular on this program for you to quit all gluten and Gilladin rich foods. Okay, I realize I must have gone a little bit fast there. So let's rewind back to leaky gut. The leaky gut syndrome is a condition where the lining of our small intestine becomes damaged, and this allows for harmful toxins, food particles, and other negative compounds to go into our bloodstream. What this does is that it leads to a cascade of negative problems or effects such as allergies, autoimmunity, inflammation, and other things. Similar to the leaky gut, we also have leaky brain, which refers to a condition where our blood-brain barrier actually becomes compromised, and that allows, similarly to the leaky gut, harmful compounds to enter in our brain and cause inflammation and cause neurological problems, things like memory loss, brain fog, even depression. So the gut-brain connection, I want to highlight it again, is fascinating, and it's one of the most important topics in the field of health and wellness, and we need to spend more time understanding it. The relationship between our gut microbiome, which influences the brain, and then the brain influences our reality. So let's take care of all of that in the gut first. Now, when we talk about the gut influencing the brain, studies have shown that the gut and the brain communicate not just top down or bottom up, but bidirectionally. And this involves a complex mechanism of nerves, hormones, immune cells, and all of these signaling pathways. For example, the gut microbiome can actually produce neurotransmitters, or let me name one for you: serotonin or dopamine that can influence our levels of stress, our immune function, and even inflammation in the body. Let's look at the science. One study found out that participants who consume a diet rich in fermented foods and prebiotics experience a reduction in symptoms of depression and anxiety, all brain-related issues. Another study found that the gut microbiome diversity was associated with improving cognitive function in older adults. So to support a healthy gut-brain connection, there are several practices that I want you to bring into your daily routine. Let's go over them. The first one is to eat a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, sometimes whole grains, lean proteins and fats. A wide variety. Don't stick to the same thing. The next thing is probiotics. So probiotics are amazing. Think of natural probiotic foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi. These are really good. And one thing you want to do on this program and for the rest of your life is to avoid processed and sugary foods. These processed and sugary foods can disrupt your gut bacteria, disrupt your balance, and promote things like inflammation. Then we look at reducing your overall stress. Deep breathing, meditation, yoga, regular exercise, all of these things can actually de-stress you and improve the gut-brain connection. The next one I want you to do on this program is to get a good night's sleep. It's really essential for the brain and it is really essential for the gut. I cannot say this any much more. I cannot highlight the importance of this any much more. What kind of diet is good for your gut? Well, most of the times it's an anti-inflammatory diet. What does that mean? You just have to avoid foods that cause inflammation in the gut, damage to the gut, things that we have gone over already. Processed foods, sugar, and gluten. And instead, take an extra effort to focus on nutrient-dense foods, whole foods, things like fruits, things like vegetables, lean proteins. Another hack that I like to do is to supplement with enzymes or digestive enzymes. These supplements can help promote a healthy gut microbiome and it helps take care of digestion, especially when your gut is stressed out.